Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be all about the making of this beautiful trouser, the cargo trouser. Okay, so if this looks like what you would love to learn or what you would love to sew for yourself, keep on watching and let's get started. If you're yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and let's get into the video. I'm making use of these two different fabric and I have 2.5 yards of the green one. So let's get into the video. So first thing first, there's a starting line here and my fabric is being folded into two. To know the amount of fabric to fold, just add 5 inches to your hip measurement. Okay, that was what I did here, and I placed my tape, removing 1.5 inch. That 1.5 inch will serve as the band. So from there I marked my hip line and then my crotch line. Okay, then I'll mark my crotch line this way, and then from the crotch line I will come down 2 inches from the crotch line, and that will be our tie line, and I'll just mark. Okay, so after marking it like this, the next thing we will be doing is still placing the tape at the 1.5 inch that I took off. I'll mark the length of the pants. So we have the hip line, the waistline, the crotch line and the tie line. So I'll be placing my hip circumference measurement on the waistline, on the hip line, and as well as on the crotch line. After that, I'll just connect it together. Okay, so you place it like this, adding 1 inch to it. Okay, so you add 1 inch stitching allowance, then I'll connect the lines together. So I will now measure what I have on the crotch line from here to here. So whatever thing you have there, divide that by 4. So I'll just use my tape to divide what I got by 4, and then I got 2.5, so I'll place the 2.5 inch here. Then I'll go ahead and create my curve. Now make sure that you don't make this too deep. Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing is on the tie line, I'll place my tie circumference measurement divided by 2. So I'll just place it there. Okay, ignore the first line. Okay, so I'll just place my tie measurement divided by 2 and I connected this way. So what I will do now is connect it down to the length, because this is a straight pant. So I'll measure what I have here. I have 13, and then I'll bring it down to the length of my trouser. Then I will connect it together. So I'll connect it together and cut it out. So I'm just pinning this dress, okay, so that it stays in place. Because I'm just cross-checking to be sure that I have the same figure, after which I will cut this out. So this is all for the front, for the cutting of the front. Now to cut the back, if you look closely, you will see that ensure that you have enough space at the top part, and also by this side have at least 2 inches, okay, for your back piece. Have enough space at the top part, and then have at least 2 inches for the back. Okay, so the back is way bigger than the front. So what I will do now is on this part, went up by 1 inch upward, and I'll connect it to this place, okay, to this side. So I'll connect it like this. this way. You can see what we have. It is important, especially if you have a big butt, so that your pants will not be folding. Okay, so it is important that you go up by 1 inch. After doing this, now I will cut it out. So this is basically all we need for the back piece. So after doing that, go ahead and cut out the back piece. Okay, so every other thing will be the same. So after cutting it out, you realize that the back piece is bigger than the front piece. That is how it is supposed to be. Do not forget to divide your fabric into two. Okay, so I'm just dividing the back, and I'll also divide the front piece together. So this is what we have for the cutting. So when you pull the front this way, you realize that you can see the back, the crotch back is bigger than that of the front. To create the pocket, this fabric is folded into two. The length is 16 and the width is 14 inches. So to create it, what we'll be doing now is to bring the front piece of the pants like this, and then we will be marking 3 inches. Okay, so you mark 3 inches, and then you mark 7 inches for the length of the pocket. Okay, then you connect it this way. So 3 inches and 7 inches, and you connect it like this. Then you go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting it out, we'll be bringing back the pockets. So we'll be bringing back the piece like this, and then we'll be placing these pockets on it this way. So place the pockets on it like this, and then you trace out what we just cut out. Okay, so that's basically what we'll be doing. So you trace it out and then you cut out. So after cutting it, you open the pocket. So we have 2 pieces. So I'll be reducing the length of this. Okay, it is optional anyway. So I reduce the length to 12 inches. So this length is okay for me. So after doing that, now we'll go ahead and start attaching it to the trouser. So I'll just keep one side of the trouser while we work on one side. Okay, so to do that, what we'll be doing is to place the trouser like this. The front side of the trouser should be facing you, and then you carry one of the pockets. Okay, placing it right side facing right side. Okay, right side facing right side like this, and then you just stitch on it, and you just stitch on it like this. So after stitching on it, this is what we have. So you open this up and give it a top stitch. So you give it a top stitch. Okay, so you just stitch on it like this. After stitching on it, this is what it is looking like. Can you see? So now you open it up this way, and then just watch what I am doing, guys. You open it up like this, and then open it up, pull this one to this other side, and then we will measure the 3 inches. Remember, we cut out 3 inches, so I will just measure that 3 inches. And then I'll pin it down. After doing that, we'll go ahead and stitch on it. So you first of all stitch this top part. After that, you flip this one to the back side to hem this other side of the pocket. So you just hem it like so. Okay, just the pocket. Okay, you're not stitching the trouser, please. Okay, just the pocket, just this pocket like this. So I'm done, and this is what I have. I did the same thing for the two parts, so I kept one again. So I brought back one of the back piece, so I'll be joining one of the back piece with that of the front piece. You can see that the back is way bigger than the front. That is how it is supposed to be. So I brought it like this, and then we'll go ahead and join it by the side using 1 inch. So I'll just go ahead and join this from top to bottom using 1 inch. So I am done, and this is what we have. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to design it with the black fabric. And to do that, I have this black fabric that I already cut out here. It is in a form of a bias, so I just cut out the black fabric, and I folded it by 1/2 inch on the both side like this. Okay, just the way your bias is. So this is what we'll be using to design the trouser. So now what I'll do is to place this black piece. I'll make sure that my seams are flat. Okay, ensure that your seams are flat. Then you place the black piece on it like this and stitch on it on both sides. So you pin it down. Okay, so just ensure that your seams are flat, then you pin it down and then stitch on it on both sides. So I'll go ahead and stitch on this on both sides all the way down from the bottom to from the top down to the bottom of the trouser. And this is what I have after I was done. So I secured it on both sides like I said, and you can see I have excess. Ensure that your black fabric is longer than your pants so that you cut out the excess. So I will be cutting out the excess later, and you can see that my seams are flat. This is the other one. I have ironed this, and this is what it is looking like, so clean and beautiful. So to create the pocket, this is what we'll be using to create our pocket. So for this I have 2 pieces, and for this I have one piece each. So I'll explain. What you need is this one. What you do is place it right side facing right side like this, and then you stitch on it. So you stitch on it from this part, this top part, and then the sides and the both sides. So you'll be leaving the other side open basically. Okay, so and that is it for this one. So for this other one, what we'll be doing now is to, before then, let me tell you the measurement. Okay, so what I have here is 9 inches, and then the length is also 9 inches, while the small one, the length is 9 inches and then the width is 4 inches. So what I'll be doing now is to fold this in like this. So I'll just fold it just the way you fold your fabric. So I'll just fold it like this, and I'll stitch on it down. That's the first thing I'll be doing for this big one. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I've done that. I have stitched this one round. So what I'll do is just to cut out the edges. I'll just cut out the edges of this one and then cut out the edges of the other one. So I'll use my scissors to bring it out. Be careful so that you don't spoil your fabric. So after doing this now, for this one, so we are done with the small pocket. So for the other pocket, what we'll be doing is, after stitching it like this, the next thing you do is to turn it to the right side. The right side should be facing you. Then you stitch on it like this. Okay, you fold here and stitch on it on that mark. So after stitching on it, you have something like this. Just make notches around here, and then you have something like this. Then you bring it out. Okay, then the next thing you do now is to stitch on this line that you have all the way down. Then automatically you see that you folded half inch inward on its own. So this half inch now, you just go ahead and iron it flat. Okay, so that's basically what you do, and I'll repeat the same thing for the other pockets as well. So I'll bring back our trouser for us to attach the pocket to it, and in order for us to do that, from the top of your dress, you measure where you want your pocket to be. So I measured 18 inches for mine, so my pocket will start from that 18 inches, that is below my knee. And then I'll bring the pocket like this and I'll place it. Okay, so I'll place the pocket, you fold it into two first and mark the midpoint, and then you place it on the mark this way, and then you secure it with your pin. After doing this, the next thing we'll be doing now is to attach it to the pocket, to the dress, sorry. So you attach it like this. Okay, ensure that all the edges are being folded, and then you stitch on it following the, okay, so you just pin, I'll pin this side as well, just so that it stays in place, and then you go ahead and stitch on it. So now to attach the other pocket, this one, what you do is simple. From this one, you go up by half inch, you place your tape like this, and then you go up by half inch this way. So from that half inch and then you fold it and mark the midpoint. After marking the midpoint like this, you place it on that half inch, and then you secure it with your pin. So you are placing the rough edges. Okay, that is the rough edge, that is the part where you did not stitch. Then you place it like this, and then you stitch on it using half inch. After stitching, you fold it and top stitch. Okay, you bend it this way, and then you stop stitch on it to keep it firm. So I am done, and this is what I have for the pocket. You can see how neat it is and how secured it is. So I did it for the both trousers. This is the other leg. Okay, I have attached it, and this is it. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to join the trousers together. So I'll bring the other piece and place it right side facing right side, and then we'll be measuring our waist measurements. Okay, so you place it like this way, right side facing right side, and then you measure your waist circumference. Okay, so we'll be marking it. So after placing it like this, go ahead and measure your waist circumference. Okay, so I'll measure mine like this, and then, so what I have here is bigger than my waist. So in order for me to make it my waist size, I'll be dividing the measurement this way. Okay, so I'll be taking let's say 1 inch from both sides, you understand. So I'll just do that, and then I'll come to the hip. Okay, I'll come to the hip, I'll repeat the same thing. So I'll repeat the same thing for the hip, and then I'll connect it to the waist like this, so you can make it more free, okay, around the hip areas. Okay, so that's basically it for the shaping of the trouser. So you just stitch it down to your crotch this way. So I'm done doing that, and you can see I left allowance at the for zipper for at the back. Okay, I'll open this up. So this is the front, this is the back. Okay, so I left stitching allowance at the zipper area because I'll be attaching a zipper to this. So next thing I'll be doing now is to hem this crotch side. Okay, so I'll just arrange it like this. ensure that these 2 points are on the same side. Open your seams flat, okay, and then I'll stitch it all the way round using 1 inch. I am done, and this is the trouser. This is the front part of the trouser, and this is what it is looking like. So now, before we hem the bottom part of the trouser, we'll be attaching our band. Now, to attach your band, you go ahead and measure the waist circumference, okay. So measure what you have around the waist. So after measuring it, you cut it out. So I've cut mine out and what I have here is even a bit longer, okay, so that I don't have shortage. So I have 3 inches for the waist. What I'll be doing now is to fold the band like this, okay. So we are attaching it to the waist like so. So I'll just fold it and attach it all the way around. So this is what you do, just fold it right side facing right side and then you stitch on it all the way around, okay. So I'll go ahead and stitch it. And when you turn it to the right side, this is what we have. So this is what it is looking like. Now we'll go ahead and insert our zipper. Before then, I'll lock the fabric, okay, because it frays a lot. So I'll go ahead and just lock the inside of the fabric, that is, I'll weave the inside. So now, to fold the leg, you just align your trousers this way, and then you go ahead and fold the leg. So you align it and then you measure from the top to the bottom like this. You measure where you want your length to be. After doing that, after measuring, you just fold the edges of your trousers, just the normal way you fold fabric. You first fold one time and then fold the second time, and then you stitch it all the way around. So okay, so this is it. I am done, and this is what our trousers is looking like. You can see how beautiful it is, and it was looking so good on me. And this is the zipper, I have attached it, and this is the inside. I have weaved everything is looking so clean and neat. So guys, this is basically it for the making of these trousers. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section if you'll be trying it. Till I see you in my next one. Bye, and thanks for watching.